Ira Epstein, and here we are on Monday, the 21st of July, 2025, and time's about, just getting on in Chicago time. Remember, I'm not at home, but 6:45 p.m. Central Time. Remember, I am out of town. I'm not saying I'll be able to get these done every day for you, not trying to do that. But it is an interesting time. You can see that we had all of the indices take off to the upside with the exception of the Russell and the Dow. Everything else was up, and the Dow was up, but very minor. Those remained the two laggards. You pulled back a little bit in NVIDIA today, as you can see right here. Uber went up again for 47 cents. Restoration Hardware slipped a little bit more as we're looking at it. Uranium finding a home now between $35 and $40. Now, I remember when this was stuck in the $25, $30 range, then 30, 35, and it seems to me that it just keeps climbing higher, and that's probably going to be a long-term move like that. SIL finally took off and broke out to the upside. XLU has been doing the same thing. Amazon today up $3, so finally it comes a bit to life. And look at how much you made back, $24 in Netflix today. That's very, very impressive. In terms of news, well, again, Fox today and other news services reporting that U.S. House Representative Linn is turning over Fed Chair Powell for further investigation. Folks, he's done nothing. I think the Republicans hurt themselves doing any of this. Democrats hurt themselves. Everybody should stay away from this. You can't do well by doing that. Both political groups. Redbook Group, they're going to update their weekly retail sales data at 755. It's been increasing, neighborhood 5.25% on average for a few weeks now. The Richmond Fed will update their manufacturing index for July. Now, we just came off of the Empire State numbers that were phenomenal, and the Philly. I think, if you can get Richmond going too, that's going to be a big story. API stockpiles will come out at 3:30 in the afternoon. Now, the market that I decided to cover for a short time here is Toast. And I love it for what it is. This is that company that's cornering in America, in my opinion. The ability where you take these machines to the tables as you're in a restaurant or anywhere, and the employee carries it with them. They put in everything. You can order from it. You can pay your bill from it. You can tap your credit card on it. There's just so much that can be done. And this is the wave for America. This technology's been in Asia and Europe at least 10 years. But finally, we're catching up with it. And just think of how many of the restaurants this is going to take over. And I really believe it is. So I'm waiting on pullbacks to come into the market. You've been on a terror run to the upside. Once I noticed it, it broke out of this sideways action all through here, and now it's taken off. It's holding the 18-day moving average, which is over the 100, which is over the 200. That's all bullish. So the resistance point should be the Bollinger Band. You've got now 3 days running where you're trying to get over it. It'll pull back. Everything does in time. I'll wait on it, and we'll see. I would never tell you to buy over a Bollinger Band. Netflix, I'd never tell you to go short under it, but let's understand, damage has been done to this chart. It is very oversold. Will it do what it did back here? You see this area right through here where it came down like that and it snapped back? That is the big question. And if it does, then this was the opportunity to buy it and picks up and the market runs. We've already had the earnings. We've had the forward guide, well, whatever forward guidance they give. And it all looks to me still stellar. This market stumbled because the market was looking for more, not that it didn't deliver. You can see right through here as you keep coming up in Dash. Now, the last rally high in Dash was 243.60. You're still $1 under it. So you've had a bounce, but the market's still in the bear camp. Google taken off to the upside. And as I told you from my point of view, people that are counting companies like Google out because there's going to be this new ChatGPT and OpenAI and everything else, are you people losing fact that Google's not going to go down without a fight. And their search engine, why can't it do what the others do? I don't buy this. And they have the market share. Everybody else has to accumulate it. So I like this stock. It is embedded. Pullbacks in the market still look bullish to me. The market that I don't think is ready to go is Starbucks. I think they have to develop a base here and prove that that is in fact the base, and that's what I'm waiting on. On Robinhood, nothing goes straight up without a correction. So you're now at the point where the market's hit the Bollinger Band. It now lost today. It's bullish embedded reading. Before the market gets over this high, unless it re-embeds tomorrow, I'm looking for price and wherever the 18-day average is to come together, and that could be the buy opportunity. I love that Elon Musk said he's going back to sleeping on the floor at his Tesla plant. He's going to make this company great again, and that's what you want to see. Get out of politics. You don't belong there. In stocks, you have the higher high, lower low, overbought, lost the embedded reading. Now, when it lost this reading, it went right to its objective. So coming back up and making a new high, no big problem. But I'm thinking the market wants to hang sideways here. We'll see if that's the case. Nice run up today. Now, the old high was 52.76, and today you got to 52.94. So you made a higher high, lower low. You've said that that's the end of the break. It doesn't mean it's the beginning of a rally. If the market now with an outside day down, it's also given you another problem. If the market follows through, you then have, in fact, you can make that argument right now. The higher high, the lower low, still no trade pattern. In the industrial sector, finally, we lost the bullish embedded reading. So I think the next break that you get in some of these are going to be the place that you want to buy. They'll probably try to get back to their 18-day average of closes, the red line, and try to do that. That's my guess. Doesn't mean I'm right. On XLE, lower highs, lower lows, still coming down. GLD, higher lows, higher highs, still doing the same thing. SLV, I like silver versus gold. I've said this over and over. And funny, today in my email box, I'm getting messages from people. What if Elon Musk decides that he's got to buy a lot of silver for both his battery storage units, which use them, and his electric cars, which use them? And what would that do to the market? So people are trying to stir up stories now. In the copper market, I'm going to repeat. The miners are where the problem is, not copper. How does the miner make money with a 50% tariff if he doesn't have the copper already in the United States? So yes, for people manufacturing in the U.S., they're fine. But if you're shipping copper, which a lot of it does come in that way, with a 50% tariff, there's a problem. And that's what you can see in the market. That's why I believe it sold off. BND, you're going to get all kinds of noise in this and TLT in front of the Fed meeting that is coming up. UUP, is this it for the dollar? Did it peak out against this rally here, a big short covering rally, and is it ready to resume its downtrend? It won't go, in my opinion, in a vertical move. So I think you have time to take a look and let the chart pattern develop. And I doubt you're going to just go straight up in the FXE. But I'm reading more and more reports where there's talk that the European Central Bank is not going to do anything at the July meeting, and they may not do it in September. They may be waiting for year end. We'll have to wait and let the data tell us what they're going to do. So that's pretty much where I'm at. I want to remind you at any point you can go over, take a look at our combo sale on the combination of the futures and the morning combo for the Spider ETF sale, because the two together make a lot of sense. You get the futures market at 6, I record at 9, the stock Spider. They both contain very specific trade recommendations when they're there. We follow up on trades until you come out. There'll be winners, there'll be losers. That's what trading is about. I'm Ira Epstein. You have yourself a great evening.